Hey guys, welcome to another unboxing video here on Nerd of the Rings. Today we're going a little bit further into the past. Usually I think pretty much all of the things I've unboxed so far have been Third Age items, but today we've got something from the Second Age. It's a little tall. Still pretty tall. So today we have a shield from the Second Age, specifically a Gondorian shield. And as you can see, even the cardboard on the outside has some of the Gondorian design elements that we'll see on the shield within. So without further ado, let's get this thing open. And today, since we're dealing with Gondor, I thought it appropriate to use the old school Aragorn knife. I think that's the first time I've had to be off camera while taking something out of a box. And of course, we have the certificate of authenticity. It's nice. This one also, like our last unboxing, comes flat, so we don't have to mess with unrolling it. But we'll get to that here in a minute after we get this thing open. I'm really pumped for this one because I've never done a shield before. We've done axes and helmets and swords, but never a shield. So let's get this puppy open. Look at that. Oh, sweet. Oh my gosh. Sorry, you guys can't see this as well. So there we go. Still in the plastic wrap. Let's get this thing open so we can really admire it here. Oh, it's got some heft to it. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's huge. Oh man, that is cool. That's pretty heavy. Taking that into war would be no joke. All right, and what's this? We've got something else here. Oh, I'm guessing this is the banner that goes behind it. All right, let's set it down here so we can check it out. Wow. Oh man, this is so cool. Of course, we have the tree design. As expected with Gondor, the white tree, a very important part. And as I said, this is a Second Age Gondorian shield, so you will see this held by the Gondorian soldiers in the Last Alliance during the prologue sequence of Fellowship of the Ring. Now, if you remember in the books, Gandalf has a little rhyme, and we have some references to the significant historical artifacts of Gondor in this shield. So Gandalf says to Pippin, "Tall ships and tall kings 3 times 3, what brought they from foundered land over the flowing sea? 7 stars and 7 stones and 1 white tree." Now, the 7 stars are represented, as is the 1 white tree, which is the seedling of the tree of Nimloth, which Isildur steals from the tree of Nimloth, and that has survived as the white trees of Gondor. The 7 stones, of course, are the Palantiri, which are not featured on the shield, but we know those as the Seeing Stones from the Lord of the Rings. Also a very important artifact for Second Age Gondor. Then next, we're going to look at the banner that comes with. You've probably seen images of this where the banner is hanging behind the shield. Makes for a nice little display. And here we go. There we have the banner. Again, we've got the white tree of Gondor, the crown, and the 7 stars. Now this has that dark blue design to it, so it'll stand out a little bit from the shield, which is kind of nice. If it was black on black, I think it would blend a little bit too much together. But you can hang this right behind your shield if you choose to put it on the wall. Makes for a nice little combo. Now as far as the back, I'll show you the back here. We've got a couple straps for your hand to go in. So the way I'm presuming this works is you put your forearm in the larger one, and then this is your handle that you hold on to. So you lift it up, and boom, you're ready for battle. You've got it at a nice height here where you can easily raise it up and guard your face and stand side by side with your brothers as you face down the orcs of Sauron. And of course, as we saw with the helm bases, we've got the medallion on the back. It says the Lord of the Rings Second Age War Shield of Gondor. And it's a limited edition, one of 1,500. Looks like I've got number 855 here. So I'm sure I'll get a lot of comments about what this particular shield is made out of. And the reason for that is United Cutlery, back in the day when they first made these, they were actually made out of wood. And then they made a second version that was made out of fiberglass resin. And this one also is made out of fiberglass resin. But after talking with the designers, I found out that they actually went back and redid the design of the wood grain. So this wood grain looks a lot better than that older edition of the Gondorian Shield. So personally, I'm pretty happy with how this looks. I don't have any complaints whatsoever about the wood appearance. I'm sure it makes it much easier to wield around, not being solid wood either. And also of note, we've got the hanging hooks here on each side. So there's two of those. So presumably two hooks within the packaging to hang those on your wall, nice and easy. Now we'll take a look at the certificate of authenticity and see what it has to say about this Second Age War Shield. And we actually haven't had any certificates of authenticity about the Second Age, so we've got a little bit of new text here. I'll go ahead and read that off as well. In the Second Age of Middle-earth, the Dark Lord Sauron stretched his shadow across the land, corrupting and enslaving the people in a gloom of despair and fear. A last alliance of elves and men was formed to combat Sauron's forces, under the leadership of Elven King Gil-galad and Elendil, the King of Gondor. Technically, Elendil is the High King of Gondor and Arnor, while Isildur and Anarion are the kings of Gondor. The Gondorian army was made up of 4 divisions: archers, swordsmen, axemen, and spearmen. The strength and discipline of the Gondorian soldiers made them difficult opponents, and their reputation as the finest warriors among the men of Middle-earth was well deserved. Each soldier carried a weapon in one hand and a shield in the other for protection. These shields were long and broad, made of a number of different layers of wood edged in metal to produce strong, heavy protection, and each was emblazoned with the coat of arms of Gondor. The replica stands at an impressive 47.5 inches tall, and for you metric folks out there, that's 120.6 centimeters. It is crafted in reinforced fiberglass resin and features a genuine leather wrist strap and leather-wrapped handle. Close attention to detail was a top priority in every piece, down to the relief heraldry and corroded metal finish. This adult collectible is strictly limited to 1,500 pieces worldwide and is individually serialized on a steel plate mounted to the back side of the shield to ensure authenticity. The front of the shield bears the coat of arms of Gondor in raised metal, the image of the Tree of Gondor surrounded by 7 stars and a crown above them. These were royal symbols of the Gondorian people and showed their noble Númenórean lineage. Well, there you have it, guys, the Second Age Gondorian Shield. Now I can run around and pretend that I am in the prologue sequence, one of the most epic pieces of filmmaking ever to exist. I absolutely love the prologue sequence of Fellowship of the Ring. Now, a nice thing about this piece is that it's not crazy heavy. Like, it's got some nice heft to it, so it feels substantial, but it's not totally unruly to where I can't carry this around a little bit. If I put my hand in the straps here, like, that feels reasonably comfortable to carry around. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. Goodness knows I'm not. To carry this around and feel like you're a Gondorian soldier. So now I wish I had a Gondorian helm that I could put on, because usually at the end of the videos when I start acting like a goofball, So I'll have to figure out something else to do here. And as always, I want to say a huge thank you to United Cutlery and their online store, budk.com, for sending me this so that I could share it with you guys today and give you an up-close look at the Second Age War Shield of Gondor. So go to the link in the description to check out the Gondorian War Shield for yourself. They also have all kinds of other swords and helms and staffs and all the great Lord of the Rings and Hobbit trilogy replicas that you could possibly want. So go to the link in the description, check them out, and we'll see you next time on Nerd of the Rings. There we go. Now we've got the shield in all its glory. All right, so Rohan Spear, Gondorian Shield. That could really do damage to my nerd cave here. Dwarf Helm, Rohan Spear, Gondor Shield. We're ready for battle, for sure. Can I do this behind the back thing? On the shield? There we go. Wah! Right at the camera. Yeah! I feel like this is from something, with the shield and the spear thing, behind the back. I think it's Troy. Is it the movie Troy that they do this? Yeah! You ever notice how, like, the lead guys never carry a shield, though? Like, none of the main characters. They're leading the charge. They're, like, the first ones in, but all they ever have is a sword. Like, you'd think they'd be in pretty big trouble.